victims of sex trafficking. As the Petal the Pacific women traveled down the coast, they raised money and awareness for the Refuge Austin, a safe place for child victims of sex trafficking. Child sex trafficking is the fastest growing crime in America, according to the Institute on Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault.
I think something that really got my attention was just the fact that it can happen to anyone. And it's happening in Stillwater. It's happening in the Woodlands in Texas, was found as like a big epicenter of sex trafficking. And I don't know, just the fact that I have the opportunity to go to college. I have the opportunity, I got a great education in high school, and I'm pursuing law school. And I have just this, I'm able-bodied. I think I have this philosophy of if you can do something, you should. If you can do something that's going to help other people, that's going to help you grow as a person, then you should. My team dedicated $50,000 to something called the Passion Fund. And so we pretty much just decided that we wanted these girls to be able to pursue their passions as well once they got to the refuge, which is the beneficiary. And so a girl comes to the refuge and she was maybe abducted when she was 7 or 8, or immigrated across the border and she was abducted when she was really, really young. She's never had a chance. She's been too worried about surviving than to, oh, I think I take an interest in photography or cycling or dog training, whatever it may be. So the Passion Fund is just dedicated to, once a girl is healed and safe and she has the opportunity to start discovering these things, then we just want her to be able to run with that.
Inspired by Lizzie's work with this noble cause, Haley Felix, a senior and Lizzie's sorority sister, will be joining the Petal the Pacific women next summer.
This is something that I really want to be a part of. I am incredibly inspired by what the refuge is doing, and so I decided to kind of take that leap of faith and commit to biking and commit to learning that just to be a bigger part of the refuge and fighting sex trafficking, especially child sex trafficking.
Riding your bike down the West Coast isn't the only way to make a difference.
I think just doing research is a huge part of it, because what I've seen, once people find out the severity of sex trafficking in the United States, they can't help but to do something about it. You don't have to pedal the Pacific, or you don't have to donate like a bunch of money, but little things, if a lot of people are doing them, make a big difference.
To learn more on how you can help, go to www.therefugeaustin.com.
Today I had the chance to visit a Stillwater gem that is changing the community one roast at a time.
The next time you need a quiet place to study, a place to meet with friends, or just a refreshing drink, the Coffee House is unlike any other coffee shop in Stillwater. It is a local, nonprofit coffee shop that donates 100% of its profits to local and international organizations.
The Coffee House started back in 2008, and it officially opened in August of 2008. And how it all kind of came together is this building used to be the original Hideaway, and a number of years ago, University Heights bought the property, and it had been used for various events and groups and things like that. And in 2008, there was a new pastor and his wife that came in to the church, and she found an espresso machine, and it was just literally sitting in storage on the other side in the main room of the coffee house. And she's like, we should do something with this. And so it took like 2-3 months for it all to come together, and they started the coffee house.
The beneficiary of the coffee house's profits changes each month. They are usually able to donate an average of about $700 each month.
Since the coffee house is a nonprofit, it is completely volunteer ran. Anyone is eligible to volunteer as long as they apply at the beginning of a new semester.
The coffee house usually has around 20 to 30 volunteers each semester who work a minimum of 1 hour per week.
I actually got involved about 7 years ago now. It was a service project for one of the campus organizations that I was in, and I fell in love with that safe space aspect, that feeling of this is home, this can be like a place of refuge. And the more that I came and the longer that I volunteered, I really felt like this was home. And the people that I got to meet, they have become some of my closest friends. I've gotten to hear so many different stories from people all over the world. And just getting to see people light up whenever you tell them like what we're all about, and how, just a simple cup of coffee is making a difference around the world.
The coffee house has more than just coffee. There's frozen lemonade, frappuccinos, and the famous Stilly Dilly. Not only does the coffee house serve tasty beverages, but they also serve those in need. For the Daily O, I'm Mally Jones.
I love that place. I've been able to volunteer there since about August, and it's a really cool experience and a great environment. I get to see new faces every day and make fun drinks. So now we are going to give it to Kayla Dunn. She's going to catch us up on all of what's trending today.
Hello, my name is Kayla Dunn, and this is What's Trending. One night a year, the President of the United States of America makes a State of the Union address to Congress. President Trump gave his State of the Union speech Tuesday night, and it was a big one. The 80-minute speech was the third longest in U.S. history. While President Trump preached about unity and teamwork, his speech still had a polarizing effect around the country. And Hollywood Twitter did not disappoint. Comedian Stephen Colbert tweeted, "I loved watching the hashtag SOTU tonight. It was my favorite episode of Russian Doll." Sarah Silverman followed that tweet with the quote, "I'm reading SOTU, but I'm seeing STFU." On the other hand, Canadian-American singer Kaya Jones applauded the president. POTUS has both Republicans and Democrats on their feet, smiling, chanting, USA, USA, USA. Hashtag Trump 2020, hashtag SOTU. Finally, actor Jon Favreau. Immigration is the only part of the speech where Trump doesn't sound like he's reading a hostage statement because it's the only issue he actually cares about. And that's what's trending. My name's Kayla Dunn. I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you, Kayla. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to catch you up on everything in the sports world.
Determining your future by selecting a major can be difficult.
It's okay to be undecided.
Connect with the College of Arts and Sciences, where your options are endless.
Where you can uncover your passions and achieve your goals.
Express your creativity by exploring a career in the visual and performing arts.
Investigate new discoveries to make the world a better place with a career in science.
Advance knowledge, communicate progress, and contribute to a healthier planet with a career rooted in the social sciences.
Discover your career by looking at the world from different perspectives through the humanities.
Realize a better tomorrow through problem solving and mining data that can change lives.
CAS prepares you to succeed through internships, study abroad, student-guided research projects, and service activities.
With 109 majors, 52 minors, and 24 departments, the only thing missing is you. College of Arts and Sciences.
Connect.
Achieve. Succeed.
When you have a team of physicians and nurses that really truly care about their patients, that translates into patient care.
It's a small practice, it's a small town. Everybody really takes that time to put the patient first.
Everybody cares what's happening to me and that I'm making progress and I'm gaining my freedom back and my mobility back. This patient is saying thank you.
This spring, I invite you to shop in downtown Stillwater. Downtown Stillwater is home to locally owned shops, boutiques, eateries, and dependable professionals that you can trust. Find the perfect gift for your graduate, have a delicious meal with mom, or just stop in to enjoy great spring savings. By creating a demand for local goods and services, you can ensure a place for the local businesses that help give our community character and keep it unique. On behalf of Downtown Stillwater, thank you for shopping local.
What is arts and sciences?
We aren't all about the arts.
We like to think of ourselves as explorers.
From exploring the human mind
to discerning the building blocks of the universe.
We don't just read books.
We don't just sit in the classroom.
And we don't just solve problems.
We seek to give everyone a voice.
In a variety of approaches.
We tackle the big issues.
By understanding complex social structures.
And even understand the small ones.
We take passions to new heights.
But stay grounded.
We tell stories
of the past,
of the present,
and work to predict the future.
We like to think with a little preparation, some dirt under the fingernails,
and some self-analysis.
You can do anything.
With nearly 100-degree plans to choose from.
Where will your arts and science degree take you?
Connect, achieve, succeed.
Welcome back. Here's a quick look at the weather. Today, the high is 38 and the low for tonight is 32. It's going to be another cold one tomorrow with a high of 32 and a low of 15. So grab your coats and hats and bundle up, OSU. Now on to sports with Cameron Blum.
The NBA trade deadline is tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. So far, there have been 2 trades that have shaken up the league. The first blockbuster trade came on January 21st when the Dallas Mavericks traded for Knicks star Kristaps Porzingis. The Mavericks also got Tim Hardaway Jr., Courtney Lee, and Trey Burke in the trade, while the Knicks got Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, and Wesley Matthews, and 2 first-round picks in the deal. And just last night, the Philadelphia 76ers and the LA Clippers made one of the biggest trades of the year. The 76ers got Tobias Harris, Boban Marjanovic, and Mike Scott. And the Clippers received Landry Shamet, Wilson Chandler, Mike Muscala, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks. Tonight, Bedlam is back in town for your Cowboys basketball. Take a look at this hype video to get ready for tonight. Okay. The Cowgirls take the Hardwood tonight at 8 p.m. in Gallagher-Iber Arena for the first round of Bedlam. While the Cowgirls are here in Stillwater, Mike Boynton and Cowboy basketball are looking to bounce back from the Kansas State loss tonight in Fort Worth, Texas, as they play against the TCU Horned Frogs at 8 p.m. on ESPNU. While the Cowboys wrestling gear up for the postseason, Keandre Ashley and Trent Hendricks had the chance to sit down with recruit Connor Doucette.
History is rich here in Stillwater, Oklahoma, but none is more decorated than the wrestling program of the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Young wrestlers from all over come to Stillwater to be a part of a special program that is Oklahoma State Wrestling. About 2.5 hours south of Stillwater, in the small town of Comanche, Oklahoma, resides another young wrestler, a special talent at that. Connor Doucette is a junior at Comanche High School. He's a 2-time state champ at 195 pounds and has garnered attention across the nation. Today we got a chance to hear his story about becoming a great wrestler and his decision to continue his endeavors as a cowboy in the near future.
We look forward to seeing Connor in the Cowboy Orange in the future. Speaking of wrestling, they will be hosting Air Force this Friday at 7 p.m. in Gallagher-Iber Arena. Also coming up this week in sports tomorrow, men's tennis will be traveling to Evanston, Illinois to take on the Northwestern Wildcats. And women's tennis will be traveling all the way to Seattle, Washington to compete in the ITA National Team Indoor Championship. Also today was National Signing Day for high school football students. Mike Gundy and the Cowboys just added 4-star running back DeAndre Glass to their 2019 recruiting class. I know Cowboy fans, just like myself, are looking forward to the new faces in the Cowboy uniforms this fall. Now we're going to throw it over to our hit show One-on-One as they dive deeper into tonight's matchup with Cowboy and Cowgirl basketball. Take a look.
TCU tonight in the Big 12. TCU's 15-6. They're just one game better than the Cowboys in the Big 12, though, at 3-5. So not a great TCU team, but they're, I think, a borderline tournament team.
Yeah.
They got blown out just the other day, or this past weekend, excuse me. But the Cowboys are on a really tough 4-game slide here in the Big 12. So I just don't envision this. A 90-64 loss to Baylor this weekend for TCU. But down in Fort Worth, I think the recipe's easy to beat the Cowboys, just outrun them, and it's not their fault.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you mentioned that loss to Baylor that TCU just had.
the game before that, they lost 84-65 to number 16 Texas Tech. So they've had a couple of bad losses as well. But like you said, I think the recipe to beat Oklahoma State is just too easy. You just got to get them tired. Don't let them get to the free throw line and slow the game down. And by the end of the game, they're all going to be huffing and puffing, and you'll send out your second group of guys or whatever, and they'll be just fine.
Well, the points per game is right at 69 for the Cowboys and 75.8 for the Horned Frogs. So TCU's outscoring them a little bit, but points against 70 for the Cowboys and 68 for TCU. So not a big discrepancy in statistics.
Right.
But I think if TCU can really rotate their bench, it's just going to be a tough out for the Cowboys tonight.
I agree. I feel like at the end of the season, our guys are either going to be in the best shape of their life as far as cardio, or they're going to get winded just walking down the street because they're going to be running a lot because we just don't have the depth. We've mentioned it over and over and over again, but outside of Lindy Waters, Thomas DeZagua, Cameron McGriff, Isaac Likely, and Yorane more so now, how many guys can you rely on to play consistent minutes?
I mean, you haven't had a big role from anyone off the bench.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult night. But here in Stillwater, it is Bedlam basketball here for the Cowgirls. 8 p.m. tip here in Gallagher-Iba, so make sure you go out for Bedlam basketball. The Sooners are struggling.
Right.
They're 0-5 in their last 5 games.
That's awesome.
The Cowgirls
I love to hear that.
Cowgirls are 1-4, but they are 12-8, 3-6 in the conference. OU is 5-15 overall and 1-8 in the conference. So this is a good opportunity for the Cowgirls to exercise some demons about what's happened the last 4 games, and also pick up a very, very important Bedlam victory.
I agree, and I think that's going to be what happens tonight. I feel like they're going to bounce back. Like you said, OU has struggled mightily. I just love that stat. Can you say it one more time?
Which one? 5-15, 1-8, or 0-5
all
in
of
the
it.
last 5?
That's awesome. I loved all of that. So I mean, I'm sorry. I just love hearing about how OU's losing some games.
I agree with you there. I mean, their wins are over Western Kentucky at 7-point win, a big win over Northwestern State, but it's Northwestern State. A win over Central Arkansas, SMU, and a 5-point win in their only conference win over Texas Tech. Other than that, they've been beat handily by just about everyone.
Yeah. And I feel like the Cowgirls have kind of gotten a rough break recently. They've gone through a really tough stretch, playing 2 ranked opponents, going to K-State, and what's the stat about how many games they've lost there in a row? Is it
They've only won 3 in the last 11 years.
So, yeah.
In Manhattan.
So you lose 8 in Manhattan, obviously, and TCU. I'm not exactly sure what happened in that game. They 69-55 loss for the Cowgirls there. I'm looking for them to bounce back big. This is probably their first chance to actually bounce back. It's a home game. It's Bedlam, so the energy is always going to be there. Like you said, Oklahoma has struggled, so I would look for the Cowgirls to bounce back in a big way tonight.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good opportunity for Coach Littell and the Cowgirls.
Mm-hmm.
That's all from sports today. We're going to take a quick break, a quick commercial break. And when we get back, Angel and Mally are going to recap the Daily O.
Determining your future by selecting a major can be difficult.
It's okay to be undecided.
Connect with the College of Arts and Sciences, where your options are endless.
Where you can uncover your passions and achieve your goals.
Express your creativity by exploring a career in the visual and performing arts.
Investigate new discoveries to make the world a better place with a career in science.
Advance knowledge, communicate progress, and contribute to a healthier planet with a career rooted in the social sciences.
Discover your career by looking at the world from different perspectives through the humanities.
Realize a better tomorrow through problem solving and mining data that can change lives.
Casper prepares you to succeed through internships, study abroad, student-guided research projects, and service activities.
With 109 majors, 52 minors, and 24 departments, the only thing missing is you. College of Arts and Sciences.
Connect.
Achieve. Succeed.
When you have a team of physicians and nurses that really truly care about their patients, that translates into patient care.
It's a small practice, it's a small town. Everybody really takes that time to put the patient first.
Everybody cares what's happening to me and that I'm making progress and I'm gaining my freedom back and my mobility back. This patient is saying thank you.
This spring, I invite you to shop in downtown Stillwater. Downtown Stillwater is home to locally owned shops, boutiques, eateries, and dependable professionals that you can trust. Find the perfect gift for your graduate, have a delicious meal with mom, or just stop in to enjoy great spring savings. By creating a demand for local goods and services, you can ensure a place for the local businesses that help give our community character and keep it unique. On behalf of Downtown Stillwater, thank you for shopping local.
What is arts and sciences?
We aren't all about the arts.
We like to think of ourselves as explorers.
From exploring the human mind
to discerning the building blocks of the universe.
We don't just read books.
We don't just sit in the classroom.
And we don't just solve problems. We seek to give everyone a voice.
In a variety of approaches.
We tackle the big issues.
By understanding complex social structures.
And even understand the small ones.
We take passions to new heights.
But stay grounded.
We tell stories
of the past, of the present,
and work to predict the future.
We like to think with a little preparation. Some dirt under the fingernails.
And some self-analysis.
You can do anything.
With nearly 100-degree plans to choose from.
Where will your arts and science degree take you?
Connect, achieve, succeed.
Welcome back. In case you missed the top of the show, President Trump gave his State of the Union address last night discussing that he is not giving up on his border wall.
The U.S. and North Korea will meet later on this month to advance their agreement to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula.
And Cowgirl basketball's first round of Bedlam is tonight in Gallagher-Iba Arena. So be loud, be proud, and don't forget to wear orange. That's all we have time for today on the Daily O. I'm Angel Schwartz.
And I'm Mally Jones. Thanks for tuning in.
What is arts and sciences?
We aren't all about the arts.
We like to think of ourselves as explorers.
From exploring the human mind
to discerning the building blocks of the universe.
We don't just read books.
We don't just sit in the classroom.
And we don't just solve problems. We seek to give everyone a voice.
In a variety of approaches.
We tackle the big issues.
By understanding complex social structures.
And even understand the small ones.
We take passions to new heights.
But stay grounded.
We tell stories
Of the past. Of the present.
And work to predict the future.
We like to think with a little preparation. Some dirt under the fingernails.
And some self-analysis.
You can do anything.
With nearly 100 degree plans to choose from.
Where will your arts and science degree take you?
Connect, achieve, succeed.